Welcome to Pod Me If You Can TV. Today's film is Friends and Lovers, starring Stephen Baldwin, Claudia Schiffer, and Robert Downey Jr.
Pardon me if you can. Movie reviews.
So Friends and Lovers, a little bit of an obscure film. Came out in 1999, and just like a lot of the films on this YouTube channel, which we've never heard of, it's about 5 out of 10. This one sits at 4.5 on IMDb and 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. So Roger Ebert wrote a famous review about this when he was alive, which said, "I don't want to review Friends and Lovers, I want to flunk it. This movie is not merely bad, but incompetent. I get tapes in the mail from 10th graders that are better made than this film." Which is an amazing thing to read about a film when I'd just seen it. But let me give you the plot. It's Christmas time. The friends and lovers in this film have known each other for 10 years. One of the friends is played by George Newbern, and he gets a message on the answering machine from his dad saying that he needs to talk to him. And they haven't been in communication for a long time, so despite the fact that it's Christmas Eve, none of them have plans. They all go with him on a trip to the snow to see his dad. The film is basically then like a who hooks up with who. You have your suspicions to start with, which couples are going to pair off, and all the results are quite predictable. So the film is basically a who hooks up with who from then on. It's very predictable. And you look at these characters and say, all right, these two have flirted exactly once, and that's enough times to tell us that these two are going to get together. I did, however, think that the father would hook up with someone. That was the only thing that I didn't predict. He needs to talk to the son because he's met somebody and he wants to tell his son about it and have the son in the life again. Look, for light entertainment, this film is still pretty bad. You'll be checking your watch, even though the runtime is 1 hour 38 minutes. It's got so much slow stuff in it. The film also changes partway through. It's trying to be like the TV show Friends for a while, and then partway through the film, they have full frontal male nudity, and in the second half of the film, lots of breasts and hooking up. So it becomes sort of a completely different kind of film. Stephen Baldwin's character is a total jerk. Now, the way we know this is that right away he's dressed as a store Santa Claus, and he tells a kid there's no Santa, which is the easiest kind of exposition to show you this guy's a jerk. Can't be nice to children. He's tricked Claudia Schiffer's character, who is a model, she's playing a model, to come on this trip, and he said that he's a photographer. But he has competition from Robert Downey Jr. This is the love triangle you're wondering who she's going to end up with. So Robert Downey Jr.'s character he's Hans, and it goes without saying that this is before Iron Man really relaunched his career. One of the friends is Alison Eastwood. She's Clint Eastwood's daughter. You're wondering if she's going to hook up with Keaton, who's played by Neil Barry. It's a very shallow thing, though, because they've been friends for 10 years, and now she wants to hook up with him because she saw his penis, which was the full frontal male nudity. And so now something's changed in their relationship. Now he's worthy of her. Look, one character, Jane, is pregnant. She keeps walking up to people and they keep going, "Whoa, you're really pregnant." Except that the pillow under her top, or under her overalls, keeps, in different shots, it's in different places. She looks huge in some shots. She looks, not far along in others. It's very inconsistent. This is a massive continuity problem with the pregnant woman in this film. It's very frustrating. Leon, the main star from Cool Runnings, is also in this film. It's good to see him in something else. I'd never seen him in another film that wasn't Cool Runnings. One of the film's worst twists I want to share with you. Robert Downey Jr.'s character Hans is he's a German character, and he speaks a very little bit of German on screen with Claudia Schiffer. There's a scene where he's at the side of the road alone before he's picked up in their car. Now, the twist of the film, little spoiler I'm going to give you here, is he's actually an American pretending to be German to get Claudia Schiffer. Now, I did actually, I'm sad to say, think this, because his accent was so sort of off and like it was just kind of not really a very good German accent. I thought, oh, I wonder if he's putting it on. Like, he's at a ski resort and he's a ski instructor, and maybe he's just trying to meet girls and there's something exotic. But then I thought, there's this scene by the side of the road, so in that scene he speaks German as well. He's in the character of Hans before he's met any of these people, before they pick him up in the car. So like Bruce Wayne in The Dark Knight Rises, he still speaks in his own voice, the Batman voice, even when he's on his own. He still speaks in the Hans voice, even when he's on his own by the side of the road. He's that committed to the character of Hans.
Hans, I'm going to give you a private lesson. Allow me.
I've been working this for days. You blow this for me, I will bust a cap in your ass and I will go have a quiet lunch, capiche?
In the comedy,
Where are you from? Jersey, baby.
It was kind of terrible.
It sounds really painful, Dave.
It's painful to watch, I gotta say. Friends and Lovers, not a great one. Some of the most ordinary directing I've ever seen, and it's really bad when you notice how plain the setups are and how straightforward. Like Roger Ebert said, he's received tapes from people in year 10. The fact that most of the events in this film take place on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day makes it even more silly. Like, as I said, none of them have plans, none of them have everything. They go to the snow completely on a whim. This film might have worked if all the characters were 16. As 20-somethings, it's ridiculous, because you could forgive their stupidity and their ignorance if they were almost, like cusp of teen sort of thing. But at almost 30, none of them have anything really together, and the way that they speak to each other, everything is wrong. It makes sense too if they were 16 why they would need a parent there for supervision. They're going up to the snow. It's like a big trip when you're 16, but when you're nearly 30, it's like, what are you all doing? Anyway, if you want to see Robert Downey Jr.'s butt or a mid-shot of a male penis, maybe this is the film for you. Otherwise, it's probably one to avoid, and there's a reason nobody's ever heard of it.
How was Claudia Schiffer? Was she still looking good, or?
Yeah, I mean, 1999, not that long ago. She's reminded me very much of her performance in Love Actually, which was just a quick cameo with Liam Neeson. But, she smiles, she's nice, she does yoga. There's a couple of scenes where her bra straps go over her shoulders, but nothing else happens, and it's clear that she doesn't want to show nudity in this terrible film. Anyway, you can find more from us at podmeifyoucan.com, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Check out our podcast at www.podmeifyoucan.com.